So I'm talking with Mike from Funerally, and we're at TechCrunch 2011, San Francisco. And so, Mike, what is Funerally? I mean, I've done this past year. I participated in a artistic project called The Future of Death,
Okay.
and you guys, you might have a solution for that.
Yeah, so you could kind of think of us as like Yelp meets Lending Tree for funeral planning. Essentially, families in need can visit our website and list out their specific funeral planning requirements, and then funeral directors in our network receive a notification, and then they end up bidding on providing those families with a professional funeral service. So very quickly, that family is able to understand which funeral homes in their neighborhood are available, what rates they're willing to charge them, and they can understand user ratings and reviews for those particular funeral homes.
So you're talking about surfaces as space and coffins or any service you need when you run into death, and sometimes you're not looking for or ready for this kind of events.
Yeah. I mean, here's the reality. Funeral planning sucks. Like, nobody loves to go through the process. It's a painful process, and a lot of people feel really confused when they go through that process. So what we're trying to do is, we can never make the process good, right? But what we can try to do is make it a little less painful for the families. So we do that by basically pointing them into the direction of hopefully the right funeral director. So we are not taking the place of the funeral director. It's actually, they play a very important role in the process and sort of managing everything that family needs. But what we do is help them very quickly find the right funeral director to get started.
And then you don't have any restraint for religion or.
Yeah, no, this is open to absolutely everybody. The best part
You can be Christian, Muslim, Jewish.
That's right.
And die the way you want.
Yeah, I mean, we want to help everybody, and it really is about that. It's about helping people, because for families in need, this is free. We are a business, right? So we're working with
you got to make living.
That's right. I mean, we're working with funeral directors as they're our customers in this, and families in need are also the people that we serve as well. It's the people that the funeral directors serve, so we have a common interest there.
Okay, and now you mainly located around the U.S., right?
That's right. So we'll be launching in actually just a couple of months here in several major metropolitan markets, and we've been building out funeral director networks in those very markets, and very soon we'll be able to be used by people that need our service.
And how did you got to that kind of startup, or what's the story behind, or?
Yeah, so essentially what happened is about a year ago at this point, my cousin passed away, and so I was put right in that situation that many families are in, trying to plan a funeral. And sort of being the digital native in my family, I was asked to look to the web for a solution. And the reality was, when I went to the web, I realized that there really weren't any good solutions out there that can help me with actionable information that I need to make a decision. I could go to websites and find a list of funeral homes. I could go to Google for that matter and find a list of funeral homes, but that's really not what I need to make a decision. I mean, at the end of the day, I could open up the yellow pages, but really I'm driving by those funeral homes in my neighborhood every day. The problem was, I didn't know which of those homes were the best homes. I didn't know what they were charging. So essentially for my family, we just picked a funeral home and sort of hoped for the best. And the funeral service was fine. It wasn't that it was bad, but just for as important of an event as it was for us, I just thought that there had to be a better way of really going out to plan an important event like this.
Yeah, and when you're running into an event like this, time matters, and then you don't have a lot of time to play with.
That's exactly right. Yeah, that's exactly right. So for me, what happened was, after we went through that process, I sort of became a bit obsessive of trying to figure out what the, how this problem really originated. Started talking to funeral directors, and really learned that problems, that they were going through on their end. So I committed to myself, along with my partner Bryan, that we were going to find a solution. And so we've been working for the past several months on that solution, working hand in hand with funeral directors, talking to families that have gone through the funeral planning process. And even though this industry, sometimes people don't like to talk about it,
it's a little morbid, and there's a lot of jokes around the market.
There can be, but I'll tell you what, we're really excited because we're going to get to help a lot of people that struggle with that funeral planning process. So we're excited about that.
And if you like it or not, death is part of life, and
That's right.
What makes and define the way we exist.
That's right, and we don't like to think of death being this morbid and sort of bad type of thing. I mean, the reality is those people that have passed away in our lives, we want to remember remember them in a very positive light
and celebrate their life and their existence.
That's right. That's exactly right.
Yeah. Thank you, Mike, from Funerally, and I hope you're gonna have a good conference. And see you later.
Thank
And
you very
hey,
much.
people, just leave.